but we're planning to start things on time. Joe Gibbs Racing. We'll be talking later with Joe Gibbs. There's Christopher Bell as we welcome in William Byron. Who's wandering by us there? Oh, that's Kyle Larson. Boy, you guys really are competitive, aren't you? I was nice to see you, by the way. Happy family Easter there for you, and you too. We were discussing about you two guys and who's the best Hendrick Motorsports driver currently, and we had some interesting comments from the studio. What do you mean? Well, he's hot right now. But let me ask you, how competitive are you guys within racing, and what do you do to push each other, especially you two?
I mean, I think just naturally going fast. I think us both just pushing each other to push our teams forward and bring the fastest cars we can. And I feel like, both of our teams have been really strong for the last really 2.5 years since the next gen car got introduced. So we actually, when we were testing, our teams tested together a lot. So I feel like we have pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, I would say chemistry as well between you two, and the debate is real because you literally race each other for who's going to win on a weekly basis. We see it between you. The next gen car, Kyle, you've been around a little bit longer than William here. He's got you covered in the next gen car, but I think the fact is the laps led and then some DNFs are really the things that separate you two. What about the next gen car for you that's maybe still working on?
For me, I feel like I've got the intermediate stuff, like I'm comfortable with that. Honestly, short track stuff I feel fairly comfortable. It's the road courses that I feel like I've regressed some from the old style car. I just think everybody's much closer, so it's harder to like be better, because I think the car kind of carried me a little bit in 21, but that's where William has been really strong on all tracks, but especially the road courses. He's been really good qualifying, on poles, leading laps, winning races. So yeah, that's a area.
Where are you starting today?
On the pole, but we're turning left.
Which, by the way, 7 of your 20 career wins, right, have come from starting first. So that's great position, right? Almost a third.
Okay.
So the interesting thing to me, obviously you're both great and do a great job and win races and do what you have to do, and having that as a teammate is something that is invaluable. But my question for you is, you obviously have an iRacing background. I love the work ethic. I love the relationship that you and Rudy have. And all I hear from everybody internally is how hard you work. How much do you use the simulation? How much time do you spend on it? And is that an advantage that you think you have just because of your background?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. We didn't use it this week at all. So we just we found that certain tracks it works really well and certain tracks it doesn't. And road courses, we haven't used it at all since Indianapolis last year. So it just depends on where we're going and what we can get from it. But there's a lot of other ways to prepare too. And there's SMT. There's talking to your crew chief and sitting down and looking at everything. So I feel like we've just got a really comfortable room at the shop where we can talk to each other, figure out what we need in the car for setup, and then go from there. And every weekend's different.
But it's constant, right? Like the video, the SMT. I don't think people understand the amount of work that you guys put in during the week, whether you're using simulation or not. It's work from Monday until Saturday.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's just, for me, I never want to show up to the racetrack and not feel prepared. That really gives me a lot of anxiety before I get in the car. So if I feel like I've done everything that week that I can do to feel comfortable and ready, then when I sit in the car, I can just kind of trust my feel. And
so you guys you're hard work. Who's more ruthless out of you two?
Ruthless?
Ruthless on the track.
Chris, look who you're talking about. I don't know.
Hey, hold on a second. All right, so
more ruthless.
I don't know. I mean, my DNFs, probably speak for them.
That's where I was going. I wanted you to say that. There you go.
So simulation preparation. All right, obviously, Kevin, your team, William. I got to go to Team Kyle here. What's your preparation for next week's race? Are you sprint car racing this week? Late model racing? What are we in?
No, I actually.
IndyCar?
No. Next week will be like my last week with nothing. No racing, no IndyCar. So once we get past Martinsville, that's when it gets crazy. The following week's actually really crazy for me. So after Martinsville, I race the sprint car at Riverside on Tuesday, test the IndyCar Wednesday, Thursday, race the sprint car Friday. practice, qualify the Cup car Saturday, race the sprint car Saturday night, then the Cup car Sunday, and then the sprint car again on Tuesday. So
Caitlin laid that schedule out for you?
No chance.
yeah, that's my prep. William's prep is a lot of data.
Yeah.
Mine's behind the wheel, I guess.
Yeah, we're all excited. Indy 500, Coke 600, doing the double. Good luck with that. Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely.
Continue the great
Thank you, guys.
success for you guys,
Goodbye, guys.
especially today. Kyle Larson.